All right, I guess day 2. I don't know. We'll just go with that. So we are now going to drop the cradle, and I figured I laid out some of the parts that I bought to fix our oil pressure issue. If this doesn't fix it, then hate to say it, it might be bearing clearance issues. Typically, cam bearings are or would be the next thing I would assume that would be bad. I feel like those typically go out a lot on LS's, and the tolerances on them, I may be wrong, but I feel like over time the tolerances get thinner and it loses oil pressure that way. I don't know, I could be wrong. I feel like that that does help if you replace them. But yeah, well, here's the stuff that I got here. This is what we got to do the job. Got a Milling 10295. This is a preferred pump that I like to use on all my builds. It is a standard volume, high pressure. They say it's 15% more over factory pressure. I noticed that I had this exact same one in my last car, and it ran great for oil pressure. I know that the engine had lower miles, so all the bearings had better clearances, therefore tighter oil pressure, I guess you would want to say it. But anyways, my car would run, it would never see under 45 PSI with that pump, with this pump. I'm hoping to do the exact same thing in the Vet. 45 to about 65 is the spot where I want to be. But anyways, so they come with a few things. This oil pump does is the O-rings, pickup tube O-rings. Replace them, they come with it. It tells you a little instruction there. The style pickup tube you got tells you which one to use. Typically these springs comes with 2 springs. I have used both of them before. I've used them both. This one is pretty much the exact same thing as the spring that's in there, 15% over. You can keep this, and what you can do is keep this and put this in a factory pump, and it will make your factory pump run higher PSI. So you can save that one for later or throw it away, don't matter. And then this one is called a Copo spring. I've used this one and I do not like it. It gives it way too much pressure. I had one before, cold, thick oil. That sucker at idle was at like 80 PSI. That was just ridiculous. Cold, or once warmed up, 55, 60, and then it would max. I had one pop a freaking oil feed line off a fitting once. What I typically do here is throw that in the trash. I don't even need it. So, timing cover set, cam retainer plate, and then the oil pan gasket. I want to talk about these water pump gaskets. I typically do not like using these. I would just throw those in the trash. These are the greatest ones. I like these. Those are sweet. This one you can throw away. Some water pumps on the back of the water pump have a plate that's bolted to the back. I think it might be an inspection cover, or I don't know. That's what that gasket's for. Some water pumps don't have that plate. Some water pumps do. You can save it for future, or you can just toss it in the trash. That's what I do. And then these O-rings. These are, I think, what they are pickup tube O-rings. Not this one. That's, I don't know what, might be a pickup tube O-ring. I don't know. Never seen that one before, but I have used these on pickup tubes before. I definitely have. These are actually pretty different color, but almost identical. The diameters of these are almost identical. I've used them before. I mean, you can save them. This one, I don't know. This one's almost about the same, but the inner diameter is smaller, I would say. The inner diameter is smaller on this red one. I mean, you can save that one too. But it don't hurt to save these. If you ever want to, like, say if you buy a Chevy Tahoe or a Suburban or a Silverado with low oil pressure, you have these there. It just drop the front differential, drop the oil pan, get an oil pan gasket on Amazon, 20 bucks. Pop one of these O-rings in there and bam, you got your oil pressure back. It's very common that these go bad. Very, very common. They just get real hard and brittle and pretty much crack and seep oil pressure. That's where your oil pressure drop usually comes from. That's probably what's wrong with the Vette, but I don't want to chance it. I'm just going to, or not chance it. It probably is a bad O-ring. But since I'm in there, I'm just going to replace it with a milling pump because it's good to do it now since I have everything apart, because in the future, this might see some boost. I don't know if I want to go turbos or turbo or supercharger. More than likely a turbo because I have all the equipment to build a turbo kit. So, and then this sucker right here, cam retainer plate, that O-ring, oil. There's oil that squeezes right between there to each port. That on the last video, how I told you, where I dropped that cap in the tower and that port that goes along that feeds the lifters. Well, that port that feeds the lifters goes to this. Goes to oil pump, to port, to that, squeezes over and feeds the other lifters up. Without this gasket, it would just stop the trail of oil pressure in the ports right there. It just stops and just leaks out. Half the engine won't even get oil. And it sucks because on the LS motors, the crank is the last part of the engine that gets oil. So, yep. Awesome. Alrighty. Well, I don't know if I'm going to record my whole process of the Vette tearing it down. I might throw a little bit in there, here and there. I don't know how exciting that's going to be, because I feel like once you go on YouTube, everyone's taking something apart. Everyone has the same video on YouTube doing the same thing. So I will throw some videos in. Well, started the process of tearing it down, as in I got as far as in draining the oil. When I changed the oil the first time, I got a magnetic style drain plug, pulled it out, and look at what we got, man. Not good. Those are needle bearings. Two things in the engine that had needle bearings is either A, the rockers, or B, the lifters. I'm hoping it's the rockers, but by the looks of the length on that, I'm pretty sure that's lifter. So we're gonna tear it down, see what it looks like. I want to take the lifters off. Hopefully it ain't. Or take the rockers off. See what they look like. Well, took the rockers off, and I didn't even think of it. The needle bearings in the rockers are a lot smaller than these needle bearings, and I was like, dang, okay, that is bearings to the lifters, unfortunately. So I ain't gonna be able to do the oil pump job now. And I think my next bet is to just pull the engine, do a clutch, lifters, head gaskets, might as well throw some ARP head studs in it. And then clean everything out of the engine too as well. Make sure all the needle bearings are out from that crappy lifter. And then I'm really thinking about turboing it. I don't know if I want to go twins or single. I might go twins. Stick them out the hood. That would be sweet. Thankfully, I got a TIG welder that gets used a lot. I made quite a bit of turbo kits for that, with that. So, awesome. Alrighty, well, that concludes this video for today. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to make another one because I gotta buy some parts, order them, get them shipped here. I got a couple other vehicles that I got to work on. Maybe I'll throw those into another video. I got an Audi S8 that needs front shocks, and then this Tahoe that I bought that I put a bunch of work into that also needs fixed. It's for some reason the map sensor's only getting 2.7 volts on the reference side of the wiring and needs to be 5, so we'll try to figure that out. But awesome. Alrighty, well, I don't know when the last time I'll make a Corvette video. I'm gonna try my hardest to put out videos. Right now I don't have enough work to post any videos besides the Audi and the Tahoe. Maybe I'll even do an Audi S8 walk around and talk about it. I don't know. Let's not get too far ahead of myself. I'm just gonna stop it there. So, alrighty.